Massive spoilers for Halo Shadows of Reach. Be sure to read the book or listen to it before you watch any further. Alright, there's your warning. So guys, today we're going to be talking about how does Noble Team's tease in Shadows of Reach tie in with Halo Infinite. Halo Reach DLC that released many years ago is tying into the end of this book, depicting the portal, believe it or not. And who is Master Chief's new AI? Could it be Cortana's dead sister? Guys, we got so much to talk about today, but first be sure to smash that like button blue, as every like really helps support me as a content creator, and also subscribe. Join me on the 9-year plus journey of following Halo. Hit the notification bell, turn on all so you are updated on the latest Halo news and lore. Alright, let's jump into it. This video is supported by Audible. Start your free trial with Halo Shadows of Reach or any audiobook you want, link down in the description. So overall, this book was pretty awesome. Blue Team going back to Reach 1 year after Halo 5 to find top secret assets to stop Cortana, and then they get in trouble with the Banished. There is a massive war between the Infinity and the Banished. It is a pretty epic journey. But if you watched my massive 1-hour recap of this book, you guys will probably remember me complaining about the ending because I was not very happy with it. And something that I do want to mention here, by the way, involves Noble Team, alright? A passage from the book reads, "The lockbox was even more of a mystery. The Avar saber on its lid was the emblem of Swordbase, and John had heard whispers about an operation that Noble Team had conducted there during the fall of Reach, when Covenant forces were overwhelming the planet. There could be a connection, but given what had been going on at the time, it was hard to see how a lockbox from Swordbase could have ended up in Dr. Halsey's laboratory at Castle Base, or what it might have to do with stopping Cortana now." So there was a strong, and pretty much the only tease about Noble Team in this book, but that was a strong suggestion that perhaps something involving Swordbase in Halo Reach that Noble Team could have done during the fall of Reach in the game might be tying into the events of what is happening in Halo Infinite, which I find absolutely fascinating. And if you guys have any more information about this, let me know. I might replay Swordbase a couple times, see what's going on here, but I found this really intriguing. But anyways, guys, this is a really great book, and you should definitely go check it out and read the reviews, because I think it's a pretty fun ride. Obviously, the ending is a little bit of a disappointment, because we really, at first glance, probably have nothing to go off, but I wonder if there is something going on with Kalmiya, how she might play into the story of Halo Infinite. But alright, so a big problem with Halo 5 was the fact that there was so much stuff that you had to know through books and comics, you know, all these different mediums through the shows, you know, Halo Nightfall, to fully understand and grasp Halo 5. 343 has listened, they have understood that, and now I feel like they kind of went into the extreme opposite, where, you know, reading through this entire book, I really want to know what's going on in this book, you know, I really want to see, why did Blue Team dispatch on Reach 1 year after Halo 5? What are they after? And I was kind of annoyed when I first read this book. I was like, wait a minute. There's nothing in here that we didn't know before. Or so I thought at first, anyway. Alright, so this is what I realized. The dead AI, known as Kalmiya, if I'm saying that right, which is actually a prototype of Cortana, or Cortana's sister, she was apparently wiped out, you know, with White Glove, and how how Dr. Halsey wiped the base at the in the beginning of Halo First Strike. So yeah, in Halo Reach, Dr. Halsey was hauled off by June to Castle Base, where essentially she would begin wiping data and blew up the base. And that's why Blue Team had excavation equipment throughout the entire book through this whole journey. And I was just a little bit excited to know what was in those packages, you know. And maybe that was like, I guess I was like being too optimistic, because that's something that frustrates a lot of Halo fans. Like, a lot of people, obviously most people don't read the Halo books, and it's understandable. You know, a lot of people love the video game medium, or even just a video medium, and people don't want to read. That's okay. But when people have to like read the books to understand what's going on in Halo, that's a problem. But I feel like they kind of went too far, like backpedaled too much, because now it's like reading the books. I feel like there was almost no reward in this. However, Kalmiya, under my nose this whole time, I'm starting to realize Kalmiya might actually be a part of what that package was, you know, because that's really the only relevant thing shown in Castle Base, you know, because Blue Team, if you don't know, Blue Team went into Castle Base and opened up the door, right, with the spoofers, Dr. Halsey's, you know, trickery, you know, the gloves that have her fingerprints and whatever, the eyeball. But we actually, in this scene, in the book, we actually see a couple weird hologram green eyes staring at Master Chief, right? And it's creepy and it's weird. but Master Chief actually waves at it and it disappears, which I thought was funny. So I don't know if that might tie into something, but maybe Cortana's sister, Kalima, is revived somehow, because this was apparently the prototype for Cortana. Really, we know nothing about her in Halo lore besides what was just described in here. What happened with Kalima here was that she started talking to Kelly, really concerned, you're not Dr. Halsey, yada yada. But eventually, Chief realized that this was kind of a ghost of the AI, a sub-protocol. So it wasn't Kalima. Kalima's been long gone. And this must be, 2548 when she was created, because Cortana was created that year. And, Halsey printed her brain about 21 times and had all these prototypes for Cortana, and eventually, created the Cortana that we have known and loved throughout most of the Halo games. So I wonder, it makes sense that there'd be another AI, And with that little secret code, someone put the pieces together in the 2019 E3 trailer and got a QR code. And that QR code went to a Microsoft page that had an audio playing that Cortana was talking about, this is me, but it's not me, and talking about how she's really confused. And it was very bizarre. And I think it might be tying into, the weapon containment device. What we've seen so far is that whatever Kalima is at this point, if she's just a sub-protocol or, going to be a big major character, Master Chief's new AI is Cortana's sister, recreated and cloned from, Cortana and Dr. Halsey's brain. That is certainly interesting. I want to hear what you guys think about that. Could Cortana's sister, her dead sister, be revived and basically put in Chief's head to fight, President Cortana? I thought that'd be really interesting. I wonder how that would irritate Cortana and how that might kind of be crossing a line for her. She might become violent towards Chief instead of just wanting to subdue him in a cryptum.
This is part of me. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it is me.
We actually have something incredibly fascinating. Halo Reach DLC is tying in with Shadows of Reach. So this map, High Noon, is actually depicting what happens at the end of Shadows of Reach, where the Banished successfully find the portal under the mountain, fire it, and go to the Ark. And what you see in the sky is like the vortex and the portal and the storm all happening at the end of Shadows of Reach. So what you see here is on Reach, which I find very, very intriguing, all right? This is the portal complex situated on Reach leading to the Ark, confirmed by 343 Industries' Jeff Easterling. So anything else that stood out to me in this book was just like, I loved Castor and the Banished. There's Gata Guy, if I'm saying that right, is an elite. He wears no armor, and he's very cryptic and humored. He's amused by the ramblings of the Banished, and he has a very Clint Eastwood aura about him, which I really do appreciate, and I would love to see him. It's not Jaga, by the way, if you're wondering. And another cool thing I learned was that Spartan 2s could survive up to 150-meter drop. That's about 80 to 90 stories. Anyways, guys, I wanted to keep this video fairly short and compact, so I'll leave it at that. Again, if you want to get Audible's free trial for 30 days and get any book you want, obviously, right now I'm recommending to get Shadows of Reach. Just know, if you watch this video going in, they're not going to explain what the top secret assets are. But again, what's in between the beginning and the end is still pretty fun. Anyways, guys, be sure to drop this video a like if you haven't already, and thanks so much for watching. Let me know your own theories and ideas down in the comment section below, and I'll see you soon. Peace.